Local race car driver Melvin Choo is the first Singaporean to race at the Super GT at Sepang in the GT 300 category with the Thunder Asia Racing team. He'll also be the first to drive the Mosler MT 900R race car. Melvin tells us why race cars can be too hot for a driver's own good. Can you tell us what is the best weather to race in?
Oh, like this, cool, with a nice strong breeze, and with air conditioning on in a race car, if there was one.
If there was one, yeah. How do you control the heat inside the race car? I mean, it must get pretty hot in there.
Yeah, you can't control the heat, you need to tolerate the heat. It's very hot. The cabin goes up to 60, 70 degrees, and you can see we wear a fireproof suit with a helmet over our heads. It's very harsh environment, and yet we are supposed to, react and think quickly. So that's why the Super GT is going to be a very challenging race. We're going to have a very harsh environment. It's kind of an endurance race where I think I need to do almost 30 laps at least, and 30 hard laps. And in that kind of environment, it's a super challenge.
This kind of nice weather doesn't exist very often. Is there ever times in the car where you just think, oh, this heat is unbearable?
We don't have time to think that the heat is unbearable, but when you start breathing, you're breathing very heavily, and you can't really feel the oxygen coming to you because it's hot. And even then, you just keep going. And there have been cases in Super GT where drivers faint in the car. They faint in the car, they faint while coming out of the car, and they faint when out of the car because it's such a harsh environment.
Racing may be a sexy sport, but it sure can be dangerous. As Melvin mentions, it's not uncommon for racers to faint at the wheel. So would this father of two want to pass his legacy on to his own children? Now, I've heard that you are married with 2 daughters. How old are they?
3 and 2.
Would you ever allow them to become a racer like you?
I believe they are allowed to do whatever they want to do. So if they really want to be a race car driver, they have my full support. And I'm not going to restrict them to do anything they want to do. Right. As long as they're passionate. That's very important. Anything you do in life, I believe you've got to be passionate. And everything else will take care of itself.
Up next, we ask Melvin if he's disappointed that he's better known in Malaysia than in Singapore.